insert generic affirmation here. Thing is, you don't need more affirmations. You need evidence. When I first started using tarot to track my manifestations, I stopped waiting for proof and started seeing it. It wasn't about waiting for it, okay? It was about noticing it, not just going no and discounting that bullshit, all right? So I pulled a spread. I would note the patterns and then suddenly realize half of it had already happened, okay? It had already come true. I had received what I had asked for. Then the cards became my mirror and my evidence log became my receipt book for magic that actually worked. Tarot stopped being a woo-woo tool, okay, and it started being measurable for me. I could see how my logical brain and my intuition brain could work together. My inner scientist met my inner witch. I loved it. And one of my clients, Ali, she described this work as life-changing, that she finally understood the tricks that her brain tried to play on her to keep her safe, and now that she can beat it at its own game. The thing is, it really took a minute to understand the point in tracking my energy. I love the weird, the wonderful, and the woo, so tracking for data just didn't really light me up as much as I wanted it to. My Aquarius rising is all like, no, let's just be weird in the corner. But my Mercury in Virgo had other ideas, like major other ideas. Mercury wants all the data, particularly because it's in Virgo. So it wants all the data and it wants it mapped out in a very nice little chart. Thank you very much. So I had to take it to a weird place so that I could stay engaged. Well, weird for someone who might not get the witchy, okay? So I performed spells coupled with neuroscience. I aligned my strategies with the stars. And it started to work, okay? I noticed correlations, I noticed the patterns, and then I kept building on the evidence. And I paired it with tarot after a little while. I kept seeing where I dipped, where I considered my energy coins instead of spoon theory, okay, for the chronic illness baddies out there. I reframed spoon theory as to adding to my hoard of energy coins like a fucking dragon. That's a whole another video that I am more than happy to talk about. But with considering my energy coins and where things dipped and ebbed and flowed, I also figured out where I was still keeping going, where I was pushing through or needed to push through. And I ended up incorporating this properly into my routine. And now it's just my normal manifestation loop. So let me teach you the easy peasy way that you can couple your manifestation tracking with magic. So first of all, you set the intention. So it's one clear focus. So is it money? Is it opportunities? Is it new clients? Stop overcomplicating it. All right. You can do this more than once. Number two, pull a progress spread. So your current energy, your aligned action, and your next outcome. Get clarity on the whole situation. And then number three, record what happens when it matches your cards. So keeping a record helps with the squirrel brain, all right? Because let's be honest, squirrel brain is a real thing. It happens all the time. And then number four, reflect and repull during the next moon phase or just whenever you feel like there's a turning point. This helps you review without holding on too much to the outcome. And that's your feedback loop. That's it. Super simple, 4 steps. It keeps your energy and results going, okay? It keeps them in motion. No more wondering if it's working. You've got simplicity, clarity, record keeping, and reviewing all in one easy process. Again, we're not overcomplicating shit anymore. That is so last season. Let's bring it into the now and be present with it. And then after you get your manifestation loop down, it is time to build your proof bank. All right, what's that? What's a proof bank? So every time you notice alignment, so a new follower, a new payment, an intuitive nudge, celebrate first, then write that shit down. Over time, it turns into physical evidence that your magic works. it rewires your brain from I hope to I know. So keeping an evidence log helped me build belief and keep the faith. All right, keep the faith. I'm sure there's a song about that, but never mind. One of my clients, Mel, she used a similar tracking technique inside one of my programs, and she busted through her imposter syndrome enough to sell out her Black Friday offer, which was fantastic because she had the faith. She kept the faith and she could see the progress, and it built on her confidence. These tiny moments of confirmation are things that you absolutely should be keeping a track of. Don't discount them because tiny things compound. So I now would like you to join in my mad, witchy scientist experiment. All right, it is simple. It's only 3 things to do. I'm trying not to give you too much because, again, I don't want to overcomplicate shit for you. But it is easy enough that you can do this every day. And it's not going to take up too much time. Just start doing this like every day for a week. Just do it for a week. Review on day 7 and see if you're ready for another round or if you need a rest. And that is also okay if you need to rest. But each day, log 3 gratitudes. All right, log 3 gratitudes, then 1 sign or synchronicity, and then 1 inspired action that you took. That's all it takes to turn manifestation into measurable magic. Can you tell I love my alliteration? Listen, belief builds faster when you can see it. So download the free Lunar Cashflow Rituals Guide to start your own manifestation tracking system. It is complete with rituals and templates that make this easy, okay? And it includes the templates and prompts to start your own evidence loop. And if you love mixing tarot, data, and energy work, then please do check out the Boss Witch Tarot School for more deep dive magic.